I've learnt a lot over the past few weeks about my art, about my drawing habits, about what I need to improve on, but also about why I'm doing this and what I want to get out of my artwork. I'm Jay Strachan, thanks for tuning back into my channel. Bonus points if you can see the Monty Python reference hidden in this video. Let me know in the comments if you see it, okay? Let's get into it. I've been trying to get back into the habit of creating and uploading art to my YouTube channel. I've always been good at art, but never considered myself quite good enough to really pursue art as a full career option. Even now I'm still not sure, but I've decided to put aside my doubts for the time being and give it a go. Having a reason to draw has been a big help for me. Knowing that I'm creating artwork that other people will actually see has been hugely motivating and has driven me to draw every day, far more so than if I was just drawing for myself. Putting my artwork out there for all to see has led to levels of self-consciousness I wasn't even aware existed. But the amount of positive feedback I've received has been truly amazing, and I really appreciate all the support. Uploading videos every couple of days has also helped me realise all the things that I could improve on with my art. It's helped me realise what I lack, and that's what I want to focus on today, the lessons I've learned over these past few weeks. Something I've noticed about my artwork is that I tend to try and get the details down too early. I tend to focus on the small details before I've finished in the blocking in process, before I've got my construction lines down, and that often leads to getting the proportions wrong or getting something about the image not quite right. It's usually because I just want to finish the artwork quickly, and it ends up being counterintuitive. It ends up taking me longer because I have to go back and fix things all the time. So that's a habit that I'm currently trying to break. I'm trying to focus more on the construction lines first, get the proportions down, get the shadows, the values put in first, and then go in later and work on the final details. But old habits are hard to break. Being critical of your artwork can be difficult. It can lead to self-doubt, it can lead to diminished motivation, but understanding that it's all part of the learning process is key, and making sure that every drawing you do is a step in the right direction, is a step towards improving, is actually incredibly motivational, and working on each drawing with the intent of making it better than the last, or at least better in some way than the last one you worked on. It's very rewarding, and I've found that my motivation has actually gone up since I started being more critical of my artwork, and I'm honestly really happy with the results so far. So for this artwork in particular, I wanted to focus on getting darker values. I wanted to get darker shadows and a greater sense of depth with the image. I found that the previous two portraits I've done have felt a little bit flat. The contrast between the highlights and the shadows wasn't enough for it to really feel three-dimensional, so that was the focus that I wanted to set for myself on this drawing. And with that in mind, I set out and bought myself a set of charcoal pencils. Never really worked with charcoal before, but I know that you get darker values with charcoal than you do with graphite. So I tried using these charcoal pencils, and I honestly have to say I'm very happy with how they work. I'm really happy with the results so far. The next big step for me is in turning my artwork into content. Cinematography and video editing and recording have never been strong suits of mine. It's something I've always struggled with, and I've always kind of thought of it as a little bit of an afterthought. When I've been doing my drawings, I've always put the drawing first and the video second. So that's been my biggest problem starting on my YouTube channel so far, is that I'm not creating artwork with the video in mind. I need to stop thinking of the artwork as the finished product and instead start thinking of the video itself as the finished product. And that's been challenging. So with that in mind, I've spent more time on this video working on the recording outside the drawing. So transition shots, editing, this face-to-face conversation. I've put more effort into the thumbnail, and I've put more effort into ensuring that there's a narrative behind the video. And I think that's working quite well. We'll see when I upload it, I guess, how well it's received, but it's definitely increased my motivation to create videos, and it's definitely helping me improve my confidence as a YouTuber. By spending more time on the video editing side of things, and by spending more time and putting more effort into the actual filming of my videos, it's also helping to remove that feeling of imposter syndrome that a lot of early creators seem to get. It makes me feel more like a legitimate creator, more like a legitimate artist, and that's been really, really beneficial for my motivation and for my aspirations, I guess. It's helping me feel like I'm making a step forward and making the right decision with trying to put myself out there. So I hope you enjoyed going on this journey with me. I hope you learned something, and I hope you feel a little bit more motivated to put yourself out there as well. If you're doing content creation, if you're starting your own channel, I hope this helped. Also, did you spot the Monty Python reference? Leave a comment down below if you saw it, and we'll see who figured it out. Thanks for tuning in. Keep an eye out for the next one, and thank you very much.